Hey guys, Coach Mitch. The CBP interview panel already knows you're nervous. Let's look into what happens next. First thing is this. Being nervous does not automatically disqualify you or hurt you, right? Many of you guys have waited quite some time, maybe 2, 3, 4 months to even get to the interview phase. They are aware of that. I'm aware of that as well. Being nervous doesn't disqualify you, but you cannot have the nervousness put so much pressure on you that you cannot get past this interview. That's what we have an issue with, okay? In my coaching program, I teach you how to work that out. Teach you how to push the nervousness aside, right? It's still there, but we deal with it, right? We're not scared though. My clients are not scared before they go for the interview, but they are nervous. We're all nervous, okay? Do not let it control you is the deal. Number 2, they are already evaluating you for communication immediately. You guys have been through my coaching program. You already know. In the first 6 minutes, what am I doing? I'm interviewing you for 4 questions. Why am I doing that? Because I'm listening for clarity and structure, right? I listen for confidence. I still get about 45% of people begin the interview in shock because I didn't ask them about their degree or where they're going to be in 5 years or ask what's their strength and weakness. It has nothing to do with that. Keep that civilian type interview stuff away from here because it's not going to help you. I'm listening to and they're listening to your thought process. I'm listening to see if your interview is organized, right? If your interview question is structured, right? You see what I'm doing? Therefore, the more I'm looking for the structure and the substance of your answer, the nervousness would take kind of like a side seat, right? Yeah, we know you're nervous, but you're still doing good in the interview, and that's what they're doing. Next thing too is this is a big deal for people, the rambling. Rambling gets you guys because you're talking faster than you're thinking, right? You think you have the answers and then the being nervous takes over your body and then you start talking real fast. Your brain can't keep up. You're adding unnecessary details. You're losing focus. And then what happens? You forget the original question. You gotta say, okay, let me repeat the question to you again. Here goes the question. At this point here, they're a little irritated already. Now they're really, really irritated because they don't like to repeat questions to you, okay? They gotta deal with 12 or 15 guys just like you in one day. Not their cup of tea. You wanna be the one who doesn't ramble. Rambling means you haven't practiced. It means you have no idea what's going on because these are law enforcement type questions to you. And number 3, rambling is a great way to have yourself come back in 6 months because you're not going to qualify. They're not trying to search for the answer in your from their question. You got to have the answer right there. They want to hit that, okay? They don't want to have you go here and here and here for the answer. They don't have time for that, right? Number 4, your opening. You ever go to see horse racing? Boom, they come out of that gate fast, right? That's how I teach my guys, right? I have a certain way we say things to every question. They know how to come out of the gate strong and fast and what? Professional, right? They understand this. Therefore, my people, their first answer is never shaky. Everybody in my clients for the past 7.5 years, my 90.4% success rate is because I teach my folks everything. How to come out of the gate strong and be there and say, bam, here I am, right? And they know you're there, right? What happens if you come out of the gate weak? They ask you a question and you're Mr. and Mrs. All confused, oh my God. And so you kind of answer that first question. Then they go to question number 2. Where's your brain at? You're still back at question number 1 because it's such a weak answer. You're like, oh God, the first one was terrible. And this one, they want another answer and this compounds, you know? That's what happens every time. I know it's because I do post-interview talk sometimes. And so even though no one tells me the questions, I know for their behavior why they failed, right? They weren't ready, nervous, you know, didn't practice, all sorts of things, right? Number 5, the panel wants to hear your experience that's authentic. People keep trying to go into these panels, trying to impress these guys. You're not going to impress seasoned federal officers. You're just not going to do it, guys. It's not going to happen, right? You got to be authentic with yourself. You have to understand how to answer questions authentically. Also, though, as if you rehearsed them so you sound calm in the answer. So many of you tell me, Coach Mitch, I practice. I say, what'd you practice? STAR, situation, task, action, result. No, don't bring that to his interview panel, guys. It's not that at all. I know you hear from other sources out there, Oh, bring star to CBP. Don't do that. Bring the R. The result's fine. Do not bring the other stuff there. I will show you how to do this. It's not like that. If you go in there with the star mentality, you're going to be out of there. Boom, 6 months later, I'll see you later. That's what's going to happen. This point here, guys, join my coaching program down below in the description. Click on the coaching program you want to click onto, get into my calendar, and you and I will get this thing going, okay? Now, number 6, huge deal. Follow-up questions. I do this on purpose. I ask 3 different types of follow-up questions because I know they do the same thing to you guys, right? The follow-up question is important because it's designed to, boom, throw you off track, right? It's designed that way. You think, oh, I want to answer that one question and we go next question, right? No, they don't do it that way. They hit you with a question and then sometimes they throw in a follow-up. Every time, no. See, it's at their discretion. But my clients are always ready for that every time because I grill you and I grill you and I grill you. Since you come this far in the video, I'll give you a little secret. They're going to ask you 4 or 5 questions at the interview. I ask you 16 questions in my coaching. 16 questions. Therefore, this is why I know when I put one of my champions in that ring to fight for the interview, they win most of the time because I prepare them. Last thing here is preparation reduces panic. Now, here's the sad part. I hear this all the time, but Coach Mitchell, I practiced. They still failed me. What happened there? And I say, well, who'd you practice with? Oh, my wife, my husband, okay, how do they know you got the answer right? Well, it sounded right. It sounded right to who? Who was grading your paper? See, when I hear those kind of answers, I'm thinking, if there's a house fire, do you send the police or do you send the firefighters, right? In other words, I'm saying you, how can you have someone who doesn't have any idea about CBP or BP grade you on that? They have no idea how that works. This is what's helping people come back 6 months later because they're not prepared the right way. That's the deal, right? Look, guys, the panel already knows you're nervous. I know you're nervous. But in my coaching program, we work all that out. We get rid of that, we put it to the side, and we deal with it. Yeah, it's still there, but we have it covered, and we're still answering questions like professionals, right? Calm, structured answers will always be the way to outperform the nervousness and the rambling and the I don't know what's going on, those circular answers. I can show you how it's done, guys. Link down below. Pick a coaching program. Get into my calendar, and I will show you how to do this. This panel is serious business, okay? You guys have a good night. Coach Mitch, bye-bye.